Good afternoon. Please hold on. Let me just share this video right now. I'd like to share on some other platforms. Uh, okay. Let me share on other creations. Post. Okay, great. I'll join you shortly. Let me share on some of my pages. Yeah. Okay. Let me turn off my Facebook. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from anywhere you're watching all over the world. My name is Oluwatosin Olajumoke Arojudu, the creative director of Ada Creations, a brand, a publishing design and brand development company. Our core niche is publishing books, writing inscriptions on t-shirts like what I'm wearing now with the tagline positive vibes only. Let me get up so that you can see. Yeah, those are part of what we do at Other Creations. So if you have a book that you need to publish, you have a magazine that you need to publish, please contact us on Other Creations. And today, this program is named Today's Woman's Discovery Talk Show. And today, our topic of discussion is titled Hygienic Matters in Marriage. Hygienic Matters in Marriage. And we have a guest, a beautiful woman, a relationship coach with us today to take us up on this topic. And her name is Tolu Adelusi. Tolu Adelusi, let me just read her bio shortly. Tolu Adelusi is a woman of God, a relationship counselor and a career coach. She's a lawyer, a trained lawyer, and she's a business consultant. She's a loving wife and a mother to two amazing children. She's also a friend. If I bring her on the show, I'm going to give her a little bit of, I'm going to jiggle her memory on how our friendship was way, way back. So sit back, relax, and join us. You can invite your friends to join us on the program, and I'm very sure you're going to get value. So like I said earlier, the topic of discussion today is hygienic matters in marriages. Oftentimes, when we see couples, some of the problems, the issues that many couples have in marriages, hygiene is always one of those problems. We might think that it's inconsequential, but we need to factor in the fact that a lot of people have a very sensitive sense of smell. They have a way of doing their things, and when you come together with someone from a different background and a different way of doing their things, a lot of things are going on. Before you guys align, it has to take a lot of getting used to one another, a lot of adjustments, a lot of sensitivity on the part of both couples, of both partners in the marriage. So without wasting much of our time, I'm going to be bringing on our guest now. If you're joining us on the show, please give me the love emoji, say hello so that I can give you a shout out. So right now, I'm going to be bringing our guests on the show.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Tolu, welcome on board. Good to see you. Always smiling as ever. How is the United Kingdom today?
Fine.
How is the weather?
Yeah, lovely weather. It's just been raining. Yeah,
Mm,
but it's not too cold.
okay. Beautiful. It's like winter this year is not going to be all that because I don't feel. Is it very cold in United Kingdom right now? Because in Ireland, it's not that
No,
way.
it's not too cold. No.
Oh, okay, that's beautiful. Okay. So good to have you on board, Tolu. Thank you so much
Thanks.
for honoring my invitation. And like I said before I brought you on, I said I was going to joggle your memory regarding how our friendship has been way, way back. Tolu used to be my senior way back in secondary school. And I remember that they used to live. She was one of those students that, they joined us. They didn't start the school with us. I think I was in GSS 3 when you were when you came in, and you were in SS1 or something. And they used to live directly opposite the our school that time in Ijapo Estate, Akure, Ondo State, for those people that live in Akure. And Tolu would, during prep time, because they live adjacent to the school, they normally come to join us during prep time in the evening. And I remembered back then that Tolu was going to bring in food for me. She would sneak it into my school desk so that maybe the house master or house mistress would find out. And she was a very, very lovely senior. And that is why we still have our relationship going on till today. So Tolu, I just want to thank you for being so caring and amazing back then, and still so caring up till now. Thank you so, so, so much. So let's go on to the business of the day. Can we meet you, Tolu? Just give us something about your bio,
Okay.
hearing from you directly. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm Tolu Adelusi, and as Tosin has said, I'm a woman of God. I
Mhm.
love God so much. I'm a
Yeah.
wife and a mother of two children. I'm
Mhm.
also a lawyer. I'm also a business consultant. I'm into IT as well. Then I'm
Wow.
also into counseling and
Mm.
relationship manager and career coach. So
Wow. 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 It's an all-rounded woman. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Beautiful bio. So let's go straight to the point, to the business of the day. My number one question on the list is that what inspired you to become a marriage counselor, and how long have you been married now?
okay. So what inspired me was right from time I noticed when I was single, I had a lot of people come up to me to talk about marriage issues, even when I wasn't married. And I was always able to encourage, listen to them, and help out relationships as well. I was always able to, listen and be able to help, no matter the issue, no matter how long the person is crying for or talking. I will be on the call with them till they get better. And I just
Mhm.
found myself always around people that have marriage issues and relationship issues.
Wow.
So I I started speaking to a friend one day, and so I was saying to her, a lot of people always come to me, so I think it's a calling that I have. And
Hmm.
so she started encouraging me. So she said to me, "Okay, why don't you start a YouTube channel as well?" You know, then I was studying as well. I was studying counseling at the time. So
Wow.
she said to me, why don't you, just start with you to talk about those issues that,
Hmm.
you can address people
Hmm.
in marriage and all those things. So I said, okay, that would be a good start, let me just start. And I started, although I've been talking to friends, colleagues, when I go to places, I meet people, I've been making friends through that process, because once they have marital issues, or
Jeez.
they have relationship issues, they
Mhm.
call me, and God has been faithful. He just gives me the wisdom to be able to answer them. And
Mm.
yeah, so that's how I got into it. And I've been married for 10 years. My marriage was 10 years this year,
Wow.
August. Yeah, so I've been married
Wow.
for 10 years.
Wow. God is faithful. That's beautiful. I remember back then that if I had any issue, even when out while I after the right from secondary school, you've always had this ability to talk to people and to get into their hearts. And I think that was one of those things that brought us very close. And that was why we're still reunited in the UK. You are one of those people that you're just gifted when it comes to counseling and talking to people and helping people, get to the roots of their problems. So well done. And may God continue to strengthen you and to guide
Amen.
you in Jesus'
Amen.
name. Well done.
Amen.
So they said, number two question: what was the most difficult counsel you ever gave a couple or a person regarding their marriage?
Hmm. The most difficult counsel I've given someone regarding their marriage is, because I've spoken to different people, is telling them the truth, the actual truth. So
Mm,
yeah, telling them the truth, telling them their own faults. Because most
mm,
people will come and complain. So I try to always ask you, what are you doing in relation to what you're complaining about? So,
about.
oh yeah, so because I try to make you see that as well. Because if, for example, if you're complaining to me that, okay, maybe, for example, you complain that your husband is going with somebody that dresses nicely and looks
Mm,
nicely, and when I see you, your hair is all scattered, you're looking all dirty. I tell you, I say to you, I tell you, I say, girl, trust me, you have to look good. He's going out there because you're not looking good. So maybe you're even irritating him, but because he's married you in the name of marriage, so he's not looking to, chase you out. So he goes out there and, so I will tell you the truth. I will tell you, but what I never tell people, even when it gets to the state of them saying they want to leave the man or leave the wife, I don't tell them go. I will never tell you to divorce. I will only tell you, let's try and see, use other methods which we can see if it will work. And if it doesn't work, then it's left to you to make that decision. So I will always tell you the truth. So at the end of the day, you either like it or you don't like it. But I will tell you, you are the problem. If you are the problem, I will tell you you're the problem, and I'll tell you to start working on yourself, and let's see where it takes us to.
Okay. And okay, let me just chip. This one is not part of the questions that I've written down. From what you said, is you were talking about. Have you ever had an instance where you had to also counsel a man, like to tell him the truth?
Yeah, I have you.
Because you know that, considering the kind of society that will come from, men and the kind of patriarchy, this thing is always the kind of advice that you can give to women, that you tell them the truth. This is what you're doing, girl. You have to work on yourself. As a counselor, do you find it very easy to give men such kind of advice also?
I do, because at times, because with counseling, you're not really allowed to give advice. So before I would give you advice, I would ask you if you need my advice. So yeah, so the ones that I give advice to, I tell them the truth. I tell the guy the truth, because some of them come to me. There was a guy that came to me and said to me, I should be honest with him.
Okay.
I should tell him, so I told him. When he told me his problem, he complained of what the wife complains about. And I asked him questions. Why do you think she's saying this? If you're not doing this, why do you think she keeps saying it? So he kept, he now started telling me, okay, let him be honest. The reason why he does this is because the woman makes him feel that she's just giving him sex. Like, as we Yoruba would say, baje and see me. So that kind of thing. So he said to me that that's how he feels at times. So, but he would rather go to somebody that, that will embrace him, be happy, make him feel like he's doing a good job, even if he's not even doing a good job. So, and I said to him, they need to talk. Him and the wife need to talk. So you need to sit her down and talk to her and discuss a way forward. See why she's not enjoying having sex all the time with you. There'll be a reason, because at times I've spoken to women and I've seen that, like, a lot of women, when they have children, they struggle to enjoy sex as they used to before they get married. And some men don't know that. So when you start talking to them, they'll say, oh, I didn't know that. Maybe I should have spoken to my wife nicely, or maybe we should have seen a way to work things out. But because there's no so much communication in marriage as well, at times we women, we feel, okay, I cannot discuss this with him. I cannot discuss that with him. Some women don't even know that you enjoy some pleasures in sex with your husband. They don't know. So, when you're talking to them, they'll be like, really? I remember that I was talking to a lady and, was talking about how sex is in marriage. And I got to the point that I said, when you come as a lady, and she said to me, the women come, that she thought it was only men. So you can imagine. You can imagine. So people don't really know the integrity of So unless you talk to them or you tell them, that they get to understand. And so that's why it's always good to have somebody to listen to you and encourage you and talk to you. So, but it's good for, husbands and wives to sit down, talk, engage, communicate, not just sit down and just talk about things like financial things,
responsibility alone.
No, there's more to marriage, and that's why we have a lot of issues in marriages today. So,
well, thank you very much. That's a very, very explanatory one. Thank you, Tolu. So I'll move to the next question now. Oftentimes we have heard people complain about some things regarding the personal hygiene of their spouse. And I know that you would have heard many of these complaints as a relationship and marriage counselor. Can you tell us some of these things that we do not take into cognizance about our personal hygiene?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of women
Please,
and
please
men.
eat the nail on the head. We have to, we have to expose this thing because honestly, a lot of people don't know. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't know. So please, all right, go
So
on.
there are a lot of things. Speaking to different people, husbands, wives, there are a lot of hygiene talks that a lot of women don't pay attention to. There are so
Mm,
many. Like
mm,
I remember a guy was complaining to me that when the wife wipes off the makeup with her wipes when
mm,
she's tired, because you know at times you can be tired as a woman, but she will just
mm.
wipe it off, and when she wipes it off, she just chucks the dirty wipes on the dresser, and she goes to
Wait,
bed.
so please hold on. Let me say that one again so that people will understand. Wipes, she wipes. You come into your bedroom, then you take baby wipes or whatever wipes, and you use it to wipe your makeup. That site alone is very dirty.
Yeah.
Now you just dump it on the dresser. That's yucky.
That's
That's
very
not. It's not
disgusting.
hygienic. Yeah, please go
Yeah.
on. Go on.
So,
Yeah.
you find out that some men complain, some don't, some help you out and go and throw it away. But why
Hmm.
some complain? But you never know the kind of husband you have.
That you are married to.
They are married to. So I always advise ladies, when if you use facial makeup with the wipes or wiping makeup, throw it away. Don't just leave it hanging around. Try and clean
Hmm.
your face before you even sleep. If you're tired, it doesn't matter. That 5 minutes will not kill you. Wash the makeup off, let your face be makeup, let the makeup be cleared off. So that when you
Yeah.
even sleep on the bed, there's no makeup on your pillow or
Your
whatever,
pillow.
because it can be
Hmm.
disgusting. So ladies
Hmm.
should pay attention to that. So also,
Hmm.
men as well. Men should pay
Hmm.
attention to socks. You see some men,
Socks.
when
Yeah.
they come in, the odor of the house changes once they take off that shoe, because the place starts smelling, and
Smelling.
it smells. So men should also, try to wear a socks a day, not repeat the socks. Try and wear a shoe at least once a day,
A
not
day.
not not 2 days in a row. If you can, if you can avoid
Hmm.
it, to be good.
Hmm.
And at
To be
times, leave your shoe outside. Let fresh air enter it, not
enter.
just keeping it in the cupboard or the
Hmm.
wardrobe when you come. No, let fresh air
Hmm.
enter it.
Enter.
So
For those of us, sorry, let me just chip this. For those of us living abroad, you can put your shoe under the heater for a while. Let the heat enter into the shoe. Then you can put it back in the shoe rack. Yeah, please go
yeah.
on.
So we have. So you see, men, they do that at times. So some men, they smell, and both this one applies to both men and women. The washing of armpits, making sure that you take care of your your armpit. You put your roll on, scrub it well.
Mm,
Some people, when they are, you see, find out that some men complain that when they are having sex with their wife, the odor takes over the room. So also some women
mm.
complain of their husbands when they're having sex in the room, the whole place, the odor, you just feel
It
like throwing up.
changes.
It changes the
Mm,
smell. So, we should try and wash our armpits very well. Use roll on, use deodorant, use perfume. There are a lot of
mm.
things you can get out there that you will not smell. We should
Smell.
pay attention to that. Even our
Mm,
private area, down there, the
mm,
women should wash inside. You find out that at times some people don't, because I was speaking to a lady and she said to me, "Oh, I just wash only the outer area." No, you wash inside. That hole that the dick goes inside, you wash it. You wash it, keep it clean. And
mm,
when you're going to bed, avoid wearing pants. Let fresh air enter that area, because you find
mm,
out that a lot of people will wear pants. Some people wear shorts to bed. Let fresh air
mm.
enter. For crying out loud, you're married. Why do you have to dress as if the husband is going to rape you? No, let fresh air enter. Let fresh air
Mhm,
enter the whole place. Shave
mhm,
the area very well. Shave the hair everywhere.
mm,
Let the place be
mm,
nice, looking nice.
mhm.
We ladies, we should do that. Men as well should shave, not just women. Men should wash that area as well, shave, keep it clean. Because the
Those,
same way,
mhm.
men complain, the same way women too complain. So
Complain.
both parties should try and keep that place clean, so that when
Clean.
you see some women, they open their leg when they are sitting down, smell will just come out from there.
Hmm.
You enter
Hmm.
bathroom at times, a woman will come inside to read, that whole bathroom be smelling.
Smelling.
We should keep the
Hmm.
place clean. Women should use water and soap to wash, not just water,
Not
because
just water.
not
Me
just
too, I'm not
water.
in support of just water.
Just water is not clean enough, because I remembered when I went for smear test, and the lady that was carrying out the smear test said to me, how come you smell so nice down there? And I said to her, she asked me what do I use. I said I use water and soap. And she said, oh, that most people use water and salt. And I said, I've been brought up to use water and soap. So let's
So
keep the place clean. Let's wash it regularly, even when you go to bed, when you're at home, if you pee at times, wash it with soap and water, not just wipes. Let's
right.
try and keep that place clean. It's very
Mm.
important.
Very
So,
important.
very important. Even
Mm-hmm.
the breast area as well. You find out
Mm.
that a lot of people don't wash the breast area very well. Because I
Mm.
remember there's a lady I know, she came visiting, the whole odor took over the whole place. And we just
Mm.
discovered that because she's very busty, she doesn't
Mm.
wash underneath. So it's not
Mm.
underneath the breast is not washed. She doesn't keep it that clean. So she
Mm.
started understanding that we have to keep this area very clean.
Yeah,
So
a lot of people don't know.
a lot of people don't know.
A lot of
So
people
you
don't
have to
know.
keep the breast clean. You wear cotton bras because cotton bras tend to absorb sweat. You wash it.
Cotton brass.
Cotton
Mm.
bras are very
Cotton
important. They
brass.
absorb sweat. Then
Okay.
when you're going to bed, leave your bust area free. Let it be free. Let air circulate
Free.
the area. You find out
Mm.
that people will be wearing bra to bed. What are you
To
still
bed.
covering? You've covered it
How
in the
do they
morning,
sleep?
afternoon,
How do they?
let
I can't sleep. Oh, how can
I
I
can't
wear bra to
exactly.
bed? I to choke me.
So you find out that you have to let all those things, you have to for fresh air, you just have to,
Mm.
so that because you people forget that if you don't take care of the breast area, you can have breakouts, you can have irritations, it can be
Mm.
itchy, so to avoid all those kind of things, it's good for us to keep that area clean so that even when
Clean.
your husband carries it, he will say, not the one he carries it, will not be like, what's smelling here? What you don't want that because
Can
some
you
men
hear so that
talk.
when the man carries it, he will not say what's smelling? Eh?
Exactly. You not say
Mm.
what's
Mm.
smelling and just put it down quickly. So it's true because some
Mm.
people don't know. It's when you speak to
Mm.
people. Like the other day, I was speaking to a man and he said he was having sex with his wife. The whole place was smelling, and
Mm.
he now started thinking of an ex-girlfriend
Ooh.
in
Mm.
and he said he didn't even work. He
And
just
do
had
you
to
know that?
come
So
out.
look, do you know
Yeah.
that when situations like that when situation like that comes up in marriage, and maybe it's with a man that has dated a lady that knows how to take good care of herself. Some ladies know how to take. They have like maybe like 4 kinds of perfume that they use. They would have one in their bag. Ladies, it's very important. Have a perfume or a spray in your bag. Have one in your car. I just let it have it handy so that no kind of smell would ooze out of your body. Because there are a lot of ladies out there that they don't joke with their hygiene. They don't joke. Just imagine that kind of a man. He was having sex with his wife and he started thinking about his ex girlfriend. You understand? So please go on. Go on.
So we have to be very conscious of our body,
Mm-hmm.
our hair as well. You find out that with this wigging that we all wear nowadays, a lot of
Mm.
women don't take care of their hair anymore. At times when you
Anymore.
take off the wig, some men tell you that when the wig is off the hair, that you'll be so surprised what you see down there. Because the K road would have been so
Many of
dirty.
us are guilty of that. Oh, God have
Yeah,
mercy.
God have mercy. So you see,
Mm.
so
Mm.
ladies should wash the hair regularly,
At
wash the
least once in
hair
a week.
once in a week, then do
I
your
use a
cane
lot of
roll.
wigs and I make sure I wash my hair once in a week. Once in a
Exactly.
week.
Then
Mm-hmm.
you do your cane roll neatly. Make sure the cane roll
Mm-hmm.
is always neat. So that even when you
Mm.
take off the wig, the man still sees you looking nice. Not when you take
Nice.
off the wig, he's not wondering, So
Uh-uh.
she was looking, what is happening here?
What is happening here?
So we should try. We should
Okay.
try.
Mm-hmm.
Then even
Mm-hmm.
our nails as well. Let our nails be
Mm.
clean. If you're
Clean.
keeping long nails, keep long nails. Let the cuticles around, if you cut them, the ones that are coming
Yeah.
out,
Keep it
make sure they
clean.
are
Yeah. Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
nice, clean.
Mm-hmm.
You see some people, you see their fingernails so dirty,
There'll
and
be
their
black
ones
things, black
black
dirt
things
inside their
exactly.
fingers.
They can be
Mm.
disgusting at times to your other half. So let's be
Mm.
conscious of them. Then let's keep the
Mm.
room tidy. Some of us, we get up from the bed. We just get up, the bed is scattered, and we just
Mm.
go and continue our day. Let's try and make the bed. It doesn't take 5-10 minutes for you to just quickly lay your bed and make sure that the bed
Mm.
is looking neat and tidy. So we should
Mm.
try and keep the place neat. I
Mm-hmm.
know, like I say to men as well, help your wife,
Mm.
because already the wife does a lot in the home. You
The
guys can
home.
help each other. You can
Mm-hmm.
decide, I will make the bed today, or she will make it
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, or, just,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Teamwork. Teamwork.
teamwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Teamwork.
just the woman, because you find out that most men, even the cleaning of the house, you find out that a lot of guys complain. Oh, I came
Mm.
into the house, it wasn't looking. And I say to them, you help her. Two of you are married, you are one. So
One.
you love her, then you help her. You don't just
Mm.
come into the house and start shouting,
And start backing
and start backing. No, you don't do that. You help her. Two of you are
mm-hmm.
meant to help each other. You
each
tidy up
other.
the house. You
Mm-hmm.
clean the place. She's been taking care of the kids all day, cooking for
Mm-hmm.
you and everything. You could appreciate by cleaning. So the two of
Mm-hmm.
us live in the house. So two of us have to learn to do it.
It's our home.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's our home. I know a lot of African men struggle to help their wives, but I
Mm.
think it's a very bad habit. I think it's
Mm.
both parties. Men should start doing things in the home, not just depending on the wife, because you put a lot
Mm.
of stress on the women
A
when
lot of pressure.
a lot of pressure,
Mm.
because every time you are complaining, you want to eat, you want
Mm.
to do this, you want to do that. And even some men, even when you go to work, some men want fresh food every day, which I feel
Mm.
is is not right.
It's not right.
It's not right at
Mm.
all. So, and you
Mm.
see some women do it to them, and after a while they break down.
They
So,
break down.
we women too, we have to think of our own self. So,
Mm.
it's both parties. The man, two of you can cook together. You can teach the
Mm-hmm.
man how to cook, or
Mm-hmm.
the one he knows how to do. You complement each other. Maybe he's
Each
good at
other.
making English breakfast.
Mm.
You let him be making the English breakfast. Maybe he's good
Mm-hmm.
at making English meals. Let him make,
Mm.
and you are good at making your African dish.
Mm-hmm.
Then you make
Mm-hmm.
the African dish. So,
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
that's
Let
how
me
we should.
let me
Okay.
Yeah, let me quickly chip something in there. A lot of us women, we're also perfectionists. We will not allow those men to do what they are good. Sometimes they can't do it as much as you can do it, but allow them to do it. These are part of the ways that we overburden ourselves. If it is not done my way, then it can't be done at all. It's problem. It will stress you out. Then you start everything will accumulate. Then you will burst out one day. So if a man wants to, act like a team in the marriage, allow him do it. Even if he doesn't do it well, with time, it would learn how to do it as good as you can. So please go on to me. Yeah.
Then, we have to keep our clothes clean as well.
Mm.
Because I know some people, because we're in this part of the world, you find out that our clothes don't get dirty, like
Dirty
how it gets dirty in Nigeria.
Nigeria.
So you find out that some people don't wash their clothes regularly. Some people might
Mm.
only wash their clothes once in a year. And yes, because
Jesus.
some men complain that they've
Mm.
never seen the wife wash the bra before.
Mm.
They've not.
Mm.
So, we women, we have to pay attention. I know I don't want
Mm.
to look as if I'm picking on women a lot, but because I'm a woman, and I feel that we should be on point as women.
Mm.
I don't want
Mm.
our husbands picking on us. But
Mm.
men too, at times too, they don't wash. You see some men, they wear boxers. The
Dirty
boxers they'll be wearing
boxers.
the dirty boxers, and they will
2
wear the boxer
weeks.
2 weeks.
Mm.
Men should wear that boxers once a day. You should let it just
Exactly.
yeah,
I
because
can't see wear your boxers once a day. Mm-hmm.
exactly. So you
Mm-hmm.
wear it once a day, not every week. You wear it once a day. Make sure after wearing, you put it in the laundry or dirty bag, wherever you keep it. But try not to, wear your boxers once a week or
Mm-hmm.
once in 2 days. No,
Or
it's
once
not. It's
exactly.
not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Then
Some women, so in some of these women groups, some women say that same boxers, maybe when they have sex with their husbands, semen or sperm or whatever it is will drop on it. The man will still
exactly,
wear the boxers this following day. That's very bad. That's dirty. That's dirty.
very dirty.
Men, please change your boxers once at least wear one boxers per day.
Per
There's
day.
nothing bad in it. If you have 10 boxers, there's nothing bad in it. It's good enough. So
That's
today, let me quickly do an advert, then we'll come back. Yeah.
okay.
Catch your breath, please.
DJ play that happy music. Make them play that happy music. Make the baby happy music. Make the people sing along.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, my name is Oluwatosin Olajumoke, and today with me is Tolu Adelusi to talk about a topic of discussion today is hygienic matters in marriage. So Tolu, thank you very much for giving us all this insight. I'll go to the next question now, which is one of the things that I've realized about marriage is that sometimes women let themselves go because they are not having the right kind of support system, most especially from their husbands. They are depressed and they have just become like a robot, waking up each day, attending to their heavy responsibilities. And they are just barely able to keep it sane because of their children. So hygiene to this kind of women could be a tall order. What counsel can we give women in this kind of situation? So over to you, Tolu.
I always tell women, think of yourself. Think of yourself first. Because at the end of the day, I know some men are not supportive, some men are. So if you have a husband that is not supportive, think of yourself. Don't kill yourself. Do what you can. And leave
don't
the rest
kill yourself.
No, don't kill yourself at all. Because don't forget you have kids that you leave behind if you kill yourself. So don't stress yourself. When I'm tired, I'm tired. When I'm tired, I rest. When I'm tired, I'm not cooking. If you are hungry, we go order delivery, order food from a fast food or whatever. Then you get something to eat. You rest. You don't kill yourself because you don't forget. Women, you go to work. Some of you go to work. You come back. You do homework with the kids. You still take care of the full-grown man husband. So you still do all those responsibilities. So at the end of the day, you cannot kill yourself. There's only little you can really do. So don't stress yourself too much. To have your own sanity, don't stress yourself. If you cannot do it, then get help. If you can't get help, then do it at your own time. Let your husband work with you. If he knows that he wants to eat fresh food, then you make him understand. Oh boy, I'm not wicked. You understand I'm always there for you. But we have more responsibilities now. I go to work because when a man wants a lot from you and you two of you are working, how is it going to happen? It's not going to happen.
How is it going to happen?
It's not going to. Let's be realistic. There's no point in deceiving ourselves and saying I'm trying to save my marriage, so I must do and undo. No. Because if you die, they will bring a new wife for him.
Sharply.
Sharply, he's married. So think of yourself. You want to be there for your children when they graduate, when they are getting married. You want to be there. You don't want them to be standing up for 1 minute silence. God forbid.
God forbid.
So you have to think of yourself. Rest. You're tired. Rest. When you are able to do something, do it. If you cannot do it, don't kill yourself. Trust me. The men will not kill themselves for you. So don't kill yourselves for them. That's the truth. If a man is tired, if you ask a man to come and do something for you, when you call him and you say, babes, come and do, he will say, I'm tired, Joe. And that's it.
That's it.
So also, if you're tired too, don't be scared. Say it. Let him know you're tired, because I know a lot of women, it's my duty. It's not your duty. Both of us have the responsibility in marriage. That's what people fail to realize. Your duty is not to be cleaning the house alone. Your duty is not cooking alone. If the husband can cook, then it helps. Two of you cook together. Taking care of the kids. It's both of you's responsibility. The man and you do homework together. The husband too should get involved in the children's education. He should have a relationship with the children, not just the mother, because most men leave everything to mothers, which I feel is not fair, because it can affect, because even some men don't even know when their wives are depressed. So I was speaking to somebody of recent. The husband didn't even know she was depressed. She was going through anxiety. He didn't know. And she was already receiving counseling. And he had no clue. He had no idea. And he would come and, ask for things. So, we should not, force ourselves to do things. Relax. Do what you can. Don't stress yourself too much. Remember that it's when you're alive you can even do all these things.
All
If
these
you're not
things.
alive, you can't do it. So, always think of yourself. Try to think of yourself. Then do what you can do. If you can do two things in a day, do it in a day. And if you can do 10, we all have different grace anyway. Some people
Anyway.
can do different things and it will not affect them. So, but if it gets to that point that you're tired, take a break, go out with friends, go and talk with friends that people can share ideas with, read books,
Read
relax,
books.
watch movies. There are the other things you can do to relax, go
Do
for a
to
spa,
relax.
don't stress yourself, don't take a break. Try and take a break so that you don't break down. That's what I
Down.
always advise you as women, as mothers. Let us not take too much. Let us find time to rest,
To rest.
occupy yourself with other things that will not stress you. And
Chill.
that's how you can, avoid depression, anxiety, and all sorts of things.
Things. Oh, thank you very, very much, Tolu. I really appreciate what you have said, that don't kill yourself, and that marriage is all about teamwork. Because the truth is that it's not all women, even though there is a lot of advocacy, a lot of women are coming out, and a lot of men are rising up to their duties in marriages. However, there are still some women that are married to all these patriarchal men that don't believe that they have to lift a hand in the home. So I'm very happy at what you said, that such women, we cannot tell every woman married to that kind of a man to leave the marriage. However, she has to put herself first. It is only when you are staying that you can be a good wife or be a good mother to your children. So make sure that you take good care of yourself. Make sure that you don't overwork yourself. Like you, Tolu, when I'm tired also, I'm tired. Like I can't even do anything when I'm tired. I become tired, and that's it. So you have to understand your elastic limit as a woman. Don't say, because I want them to see me as a good wife, I don't want my husband to go out there. Then you keep overworking yourself, and this same man that you have overworked yourself for will still expect you to perform like an expert in bed. Some of these things are not realistic. So take good care of yourself. Your hygiene, it is, if you overwork yourself, you can't even pay attention to your personal hygiene. So make sure that you take good care of yourself. You are sane, your mental health is on point, you are not breaking down, you're not having anxiety before you can now say, okay, let me take on the home, let me take, understand, know how to manage yourself appropriately. It is very, very important. It is not, some marriages, it's just that maybe the only issue in that marriage is that the man is not stepping in, to assist his wife. He might be a good father, he might be a good husband in other areas, but because he wasn't raised to support in the home, it might be lacking in that aspect, and that's a huge one. So women married to such men, we can't tell them to leave the marriage, but they must know how to put themselves first. Take good care of yourself, put your sanity, your sanity has to be on point, and just make sure that you are sane, so that you can be able to perform your duty as a wife and a mother. So lastly, Tolu, thank you very much. I really enjoyed you. Let's go to the last question now before we draw a curtain to the show. So lastly, what do you advise? Okay, as a counselor, you don't advise. You said that. But however, because of this program, what do you advise? What advice do you have for singles, most especially ladies, when it comes to choosing a life partner? Considering the fact that we have talked about a lot of things now, men who don't chip in the home, men who just feels that the responsibility is all over, it has to be on only on the woman. You understand? I want us to put all these things in consideration. So, what advice would you have for singles, both men and women, ladies and men rather, when it comes to choosing a life partner? Over to you,
Firstly,
too.
okay. Firstly, for me, I always advise people when you want to choose a life partner, first of all, pray about it, because
Pray.
I feel that's the key. Pray about
Mm.
it. God knows what you can cope with, and God knows what the other party can cope with.
Cope
And
with.
yeah, so the key is to pray and ask God to direct you to the right person. Then
Mm.
once you get the right person, as then you know that obviously your way is sorted. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if you want to look at other factors, then you look for qualities, good qualities in a man. Don't just look at money alone, because most people tend to look at money. The man has money. Look for a man that is kind. A man that is kind, he will always be kind to you. Because when you are kind, put yourself in a position of you're a kind person. You always have pity on somebody. You know, you will see your wife as your sister, and you will see your husband as your brother. So you will have compassion. So it's good for you to always go for someone that is kind, God-fearing, as we all say, you know, that has the fear of God in him. It's good for you to also look at things. I used to look at, when I was single, I used to look at men that are clean. I used to look at, I don't want a man that is dirty, even up to the back of the ear. That was my conscience, because me, I pick smell easily, and things irritate me easily. So yeah, so I always make sure that I go for someone that is neat, that is clean. Yes. So for me, neatness was a key thing for me. So you have to know what the key things you want. You know, things that, because you don't forget, you're going to stay with that person for the rest of your life. You are not planning to work out. So, and you're planning to make it work. So you have to make sure you go for a man that is focused as well. Make sure that you go for a man that is focused, that will help you fulfill that dream. So that's why it's good for you to marry the right person. When you marry the wrong person, you find out that your dreams are shattered, because he's not seeing that vision with you. When you tell him, I need to go for this seminar, he's telling you what seminar. When you have wife and children at home to sit down and look after. So you find out that, you know, once, because your husband is your destiny helper, is your first destiny helper. So once you miss it. So you find out that you should not miss it. You should try, pray, let God help you choose the right person. Don't miss it, because you find out that we all have a purpose. As a woman, you have a purpose. As a man has a purpose. You can only fulfill that purpose when you marry the right person. If you don't marry the right person, you will struggle to fulfill that purpose. Because just imagine now I'm here talking with Tosin here. If I marry the wrong person, you will tell me you want me to look after the kids and do what? When you to attend to your kids. When you attend, then you can, you know, they will just spoil that vision for you. You know,
exactly.
So you have to marry somebody that will help you fulfill that purpose. So make sure you get it right. Look for good qualities, you know. And you know, one thing I always say, don't close your eyes, because a lot of women tend to close their eyes, saying he will change. Trust me, he will not change. If you are thinking he will change, you put yourself in his position. Is it easy for you to change? You find out that you have a character that you are struggling to change. You've not changed. Then is it not easy for that man to change? So no, don't look at it that he will change. Don't put sentiment. And when the man treats you badly, don't tolerate it. Don't overlook it. If the man hits you once, that's the end of the relationship. There's no two ways about it. No, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you, Tolu.
I've not done this before. This is my first time. It's a lie. He will do it
again
and again and again. That's what they all say. They always say, this is my first time. You pushed me. This one, that one. If he's a man, and if he's a responsible man, even if you insult him, he should walk away. He should not lay his hands on you. So don't accept a man that beats you, because you see some girls, their boyfriends beats them, and you are wondering, you are not married to him. When you marry, what will happen? He will kill you. So don't get involved in domestic relationship. Any domestic violence relationship, cut it off. No matter what you're benefiting. Is it the money? You will get somebody richer. You yourself can succeed. Why do you have to depend on the man for money? You have a destiny. You can prosper yourself. You don't have to depend on your husband to make it. So, you know, women should, you know, look at yourself. You are created in the image of God. You have a purpose. You are not just created for nothing. Look at yourself. Look at yourself high. You know, look at yourself. You're beautiful. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let anybody talk you down. You know, that's the problem a lot of ladies have. People talk them down, so they don't have that confidence. Have that confidence. If the man tells you nonsense, you tell him off. Don't take it. Don't take it. Don't take it and say he will change. He's just doing it because I offended him. If you offend him, there are other ways for him to address the issue. So don't let a man lay his hands on. He's not your father. Your father has
not your father.
It's not your father. Your father has dealt with you enough. You're supposed to enjoy husband, not him to beating you. So don't let a man lay hands on you. Don't let a man insult you. Don't let him run you down. You see some men, they use their mouth to run a woman down. By the time they start with the woman and finish insulting the woman cannot even talk. The whole confidence, everything is gone.
Her self-worth will be shattered.
Everything is shattered. So don't let that happen to you. Trust me. It will it will make you depressed. It will affect you. So don't get involved. Let a man that will treat you like a queen come your way. The one that will treat you, that will respect you. That even it makes you feel, it makes you feel worthy of yourself. Even when you look at yourself and you're thinking, really, can I do this? He's pushing you to do this,
To
pushing you
do
to
it.
achieve your dreams, encouraging you, not killing those dreams. Make sure that when you want to marry, look for those kind of men. Those are the best men that will make your home sweet, not the one that will be complaining, oh, she's not calling me. And she's not calling me because she's too busy going about talking, or she's too busy going about chasing her profession. No. The man that loves you, that is right for you, we understand, and two of you be able to work out a plan on how to address whatever issues you have in relationship. And always, like I always say, another thing, test your husband's, the man's level of anger before you get married. Then you know how far he can go. But you find out that, I remember when I was single, someone once told me that when you're in a relationship, test the level of anger. And I was saying, what if you now test it and it beats you there? Then you know that they're beating you, then you will not go there. But so when you now see, okay, maybe the guy walks away, or then you know that, okay, this one is more mature, he knows how to do. But the one that will open face for you, and you almost want to before you now remember, then you know that don't. So watch things, because you always see the signs. You always see the signs. Nobody can tell you that they don't see the signs. They see the signs. They just allow the love to overshadow their eyes. They say love is blind. Love is not blind.
Love is not blind.
You can always see. You see when the guy treats you badly. You see when and if the guy is cheating on you, stop staying there and say, all men cheat. All men don't cheat. All men don't cheat. And even if all men cheat, why do you believe that you get a man that cheats? Why don't you believe that you get a man that does not cheat? So don't stay there and let the man be treating you like shit. You see some women, the man treats them like rubbish, and they are there and they are cooking for him. You go and see a man, you are washing his undies, you are washing everything, you are cooking every day. You have been doing it for 7 years. He has not yet proposed to you.
He has not put a ring on it.
What is he still waiting to propose to you after 7? What does he want to learn about you that he hasn't? So stay away from such men. Don't go and sell yourself to men. If you can keep yourself, keep yourself. Don't have sex before marriage. It is very good if you keep yourself. Keep yourself. Your abstinence is the best. It prevents a lot of things, because this sex that we even get into is really deep. It's deep. I won't talk about it because that's not the purpose. Sex is deep. It's a covenant.
Maybe we will come back. Maybe we will bring you back. We'll talk about that.
So it's not just something for you to be sleeping with people around. Because when you sleep with people, you carry their goodness, you carry their problems. So some people have problems in their marriages because of who they've slept with in the past. So let us be careful. Let us abstain. Keep yourself. It is very easy. We can do it. Keep yourself. A man that loves you will understand and stay with you. A man that loves you will stay. We understand that, okay, I love this lady. I don't want to lose her. I'll make her happy. So keep yourself. Don't just move your things to the man's house without him marrying you. You see a lot of girls, they tend to do it. So I'm going to stay there. And after a while, the guy comes up and says he's not marrying you again. Is it not shameful? So let us, think of ways to do things better. Let us not just be saying, oh, this is the way people have been doing it. This is the way do it the right way. When you do things the right way, you get the best result. Trust me. People might laugh at you. People might say all sorts of things to discourage you. People might tell you, oh, why are you sure a girl is not sleeping there tonight? It doesn't, even if you sleep in the house with him, doesn't mean that he'll not go and sleep with the girl somewhere else. So you keep your dignity. Your dignity is very important. Trust me, when men tell you, you're still a virgin at this age, don't listen to them. If they see one, they will keep one at home. They are only saying it because they want to get down there. So don't listen to them. If they tell you, oh, nobody will marry you, nobody will, keep yourself. Keep yourself. It's very important. The man will respect you. Trust me. When he's talking about you outside, I talk to guys and they tell me, do you know how I met my wife? I met her as a virgin. And you're thinking this bros that was going up and down with different girls. So, keep yourself. Keep yourself. Keep your pride. It's very important. Don't just throw yourself to a man when he's dating. You don't just go and start washing his clothes, cooking, cleaning the house. He hasn't married you. Don't do all those ones. It will not make him marry you. He will not make you. When you now marry and you do everything you have to do as a married wife before marriage, what will you now do in the marriage?
In the
So
marriage.
keep yourself, keep yourself, stand your grounds, keep your values. Don't bring your values down because of a man. Don't.
Man.
And you will see that at the end of the day, the man will respect it. The man will respect it.
Exactly.
He will have rest of mind even when you're not with him, because he knows that you're keeping yourself. So let us always not just think, okay, of pleasing the man, because that's the problem a lot of people face. I'm trying to please him, trying to please him. Let's be
Please
conscious of
him.
doing the right thing,
Right
and
thing.
find out that it will help you in your marriage.
Thank you so much, Tolu. You've said a lot of things. But the key note, the key point that really got me was that look out for a kind man, and also for the men, look out for a kind woman. Kindness is something that will let you have compassion on your spouse in marriage. If you are married to a kind spouse, there are a lot of things that you can go through together, a lot of adversity that you can conquer together because you are both kind. You have a kind heart. You are not pushing your spouse to go beyond their boundary. That kindness would even prevent you from pushing them to do what they are not capable of doing. So look out for a kind partner that you can, before marriage, when you want to choose a partner, make sure that you are choosing a kind person. Make sure that you're choosing a God-fearing person. And as a woman, have you found your purpose? I'm very glad that Tolu is saying this. In fact, as a matter of fact, we didn't have any rehearsal before this talk show. I just sent her the questions, and I'm so happy that she has gone deep into women finding their purpose even before marriage. It is only when you are married to a kind man, because this rests solely, is very, very, this concerns women a lot. It's only when you're married to a kind man that you can fulfill purpose in marriage. Just imagine that, okay, Tolu is the guest on this show today. She has 2 kids, and she has said that her husband is the one, looking after, watching the kids right now. Just imagine if you're not married to a kind man, maybe one of the children are crying. He would just tell them to go into where mommy is having a show. There's nothing bad in it, of course. The baby or the children can come on the show. It's not going to stop anything. But you understand, this is what we say about teamwork. The man will manage, behind the scene, while the woman goes to do what she needs to do. Vice versa, the woman will, take care, manage behind the scene, while the man goes out to do what he needs to do. So that is why kindness is a very crucial factor to look for. Don't let money be a number one factor in choosing, or wealth, or I want to marry a self-made man or an already made man. Then you strike out compassion, you strike out kindness. There's a point that money stops. It is only that kindness that can hold the marriage. It is only that compassion, that God-fearing, innate attitude that can hold the marriage. So at this point, I'm going to let Tolu, our guest, go. Thank you so much, Tolu. You've said a lot of things, and I know that people that are our viewers and anyone that will catch up with this program will get to learn a lot of things from the show. Thank you so much. So glad to see your face.
Thank
and
you
we're
for
going to catch
having
up after the talk show. Thank you. I'm so glad that you honored my invitation. My regards to Uncle and the children, and God bless you. And I can't wait to have you back on the show, maybe sometime next year. We're going to talk about sex before marriage. We have to go deep, you understand? Because sometimes we say, oh, we are now woke. This is how things are being done. Some of us that we are ahead, maybe we've seen some of these things. When we try to shine light, they'll be like, oh, man, you had your own time. Don't stay there. Let me have my own time. Listen, no. When people that have, that have experience, or people that God has inspired to shine light on some of these things, don't just look at them as if they don't know what they're saying. May it not be too late before we learn the right lessons. It is better, they say, a wise man learns from other people's experience. A foolish man would learn from their own experience. And sometimes your experience can crush your total life. So it is better for you, for us, for me, and for you to learn from other people's experiences. So when people tell us this is the best way to do things, don't just be cynical like, oh, I beg you, go and sit down. May it not be too late before we learn the right lessons in Jesus' name. So Tolu, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the program. I really appreciate you. God bless you. I'll catch up with you right after the program. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Love you. Bye. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. I can see 5 people, but I know maybe they are watching from my personal timeline. I can't see any comments in the studio right here. But thank you for joining us. God bless you. I'll get to read your comments after the talk show. So, like we've heard from our guests, this is not Oluwatosin that is saying this. Some of the things that she's saying, that some of those things have been saying, when it comes to marriage support, how it is very crucial, how you have to find your purpose and make sure that the man or woman you're aligning with understands the purpose and your vision for which you are created. It is only when you're married to a kind and compassionate partner that you can fulfill purpose. It is very stressful when you are married to someone who is not supportive. Women and men who are married to partners that are not supportive, they are not happy. So make sure that before you choose that life partner, make sure that they are compassionate, they are kind. Sometimes we don't get to discover our full selves before marriage. Of course, personally, I didn't get to discover my full self before marriage, but because I am married to a man who is compassionate and kind, who has understood his own vision even before he got married to me, he was able to help me to find my full self. This is why I said that compassion and kindness is one key factor. Because if you're not married to a compassionate man, what is his business with you discovering your full self? What is his concern with you finding your purpose? The only thing that concerns him is you running the marriage. He wouldn't care about whether you have a calling or you have a purpose for which you are created. He's only going to be concerned about the marriage. So please, singles, most especially women, ladies, don't settle. Oh, I'm getting older. Time is going. The clock is ticking. Please forget about the clock is ticking. What does it profit you to get married to someone who is going to crush your dreams and is going to make you begin to look like a shadow of yourself? Be patient and wait for that right person that aligns with your values and that will understand that, okay, this is an individual that has a personal, calling and vision for themselves. We are not created because of marriage. Marriage is just part of the deal. And that is why it is very important for you to choose the right person to walk that journey. So please, 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 ladies that are watching, compassion, kindness, God-fearing are those key factors that we have to look for when choosing a life partner. Please don't settle, and please walk on the journey of your self-discovery. It is easier and better if you get to find yourself and your purpose before marriage. And there's a manual that can give you clarity when it comes to the journey of self-discovery and purpose. And that manual is what I've always been talking about on my timeline, the book Identity. I call it my power book and my mastermind book. Everyone who has read this book has given testimonies on how it has helped them to gain clarity when it comes to their self-discovery, working in purpose and leadership. Like someone told me recently, she said this book is Ashiri. Ashiri in Yoruba is secrets. There is, many of the things that are unclear, and some of those things you're going to find in this book. And it's just 5,000 naira in Nigeria. We can deliver to you anywhere in Nigeria. And if you live in diaspora, just go on Amazon, type Oluwatosin Arodudu Identity, and it's going to bring it out. Make your order, and it will be delivered to you in few days. Get a copy, read, and share your feedbacks with me. If you go on my wall, you're going to see a lot of reviews. If you want to check, just type Oluwatosin Arodudu on Facebook /identity or whatever it is. It's going to bring out a lot of reviews. And I know that when you get a copy of the book, you will be blessed. It's always good to, mentors are people that have walked the journey, some of those journeys that we might later walk. So it is always good to see things through the eyes of mentors that that, okay, they are the mentors that align, that your soul and your spirit aligns with. They are able to direct you so that you don't get to struggle. Struggling sometimes, it delays a lot of things about our journey. So at this point, I'll be drawing the curtain on the show for today. 1 hour exactly. Oh, we are improving on today's Women's Discovery Talk Show. Thank you for joining us. I can see someone dropping a comment. Let me check. Oh, Mama, you're just joining us. So we are rounding up. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. How was today's service? Glad to see you. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. God bless you. You can share the video for us. Thanks, Mama. Good to see you. At this point, we'll be drawing the curtain on the show, but I'll play an advert now. before we draw the final curtain on the show. Bye, and have a blessed week.
DJ play that happy music. Yeah. Make them play that happy music. Yeah. Make the baby happy music. Yeah. Make the people sing along. From my head down to my toes. Oh yeah. My mama said the feeling must to cash you. It's true love, it's true love. And if you say something, don't they happen?
Okay, bye. Have a lovely week. God bless you. Same time next week, Sunday. We're gonna have another talk show, and hope to see you then. Goodbye.